We won. It's a lot to talk about, but we won. What is up, Finn fans? The Miami Dolphins pull off the victory with a 23-15 victory over the Los Angeles Rams, now sitting at 3-6 and have a very real possibility of getting back to 5-6 if they can take care of the next two opponents. But before we jump into all of that good stuff, talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, looking at stats, all that other things, helping me keep the lights on. So we're going to look at the stats for this game. Tua Tagovailoa, 20 for 28, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 89.4 passer rating. Devon Achane, 12 carries for 37 yards. You had Malik Washington at end around, 1 carry for 18 and that touchdown. Outside of that, we only rushed for 67 yards. Not a lot on there, but then on the flip side, on the offense, Jalen Waddle, 57 yards receiving. Jonnu Smith, 45. Our Tyreek Hill with a touchdown. He only had 16 yards on the day. Tua did have a fumble that we lost. I'm going to talk about Tua, but we had 4 sacks on the flip-flopping in the flim-flam game. We had 1 from Calais Campbell, 1 from Javon Holland, 1 from Quentin Bell, and 1 from Chop Robinson, now sitting at 2 sacks on the season, back-to-back games with a sack for Chop Robinson. Then we look on, also shout out to Sanders. He was 3 for 3 on his field goals. 50-yarder was the longest. Then you look on the other side, Matthew Stafford, 32 for 46, 293, 1 interception, no touchdown, 77.5 passer rating. Kyron Williams, 15 carries, 62 yards. Our rush defense showed up. Puka, 98 receiving yards. We kind of got a little beat up with Kendall Fuller going out with a concussion. Cooper Kupp, 7 catches, 80 yards. Matthew Stafford had 2 fumbles, but he got them both back. Kyron Williams had a fumble that he lost, and they had 3 sacks on the day. And I will say most of those sacks was on Tua's fault. He held the ball a little too long. And then we had the dumb interception. Christian Rosebaum made the interception there. They had 5 for 6 on field goals. Our defense held them to no touchdowns. And then team-wise, Miami Dolphins had 15 first downs. They had 20. Third down efficiency, Dolphins were 6 for 13. The Rams were 3 for 12. Penalty-wise, the Dolphins had 1 penalty for 15 yards. Absolutely loved it. They had 6 for 64. Time of possession was pretty even. They had more yards and they had more first downs, but we won. And that's all that matters. Now, started the game off. Offense came out, did really well. Marched on the field, scored a touchdown. Tua was doing his thing. It was great. And then it just disappeared. We scored 7 points in the first quarter. We scored 3 points in the second quarter. We scored 7 points in the third quarter, and we scored 6 points in the fourth quarter. Their defense isn't great. I talked about it in the preview. Their defense is like ranked in the 20s when it came to pass defense and rushing defense. Even their points scored isn't great. And we just couldn't take advantage of it. And a lot of it had to do with Tua. Tua was playing sloppy. Tua was holding the ball too long, making dumb decisions. A lot of times I'm like screaming, like, just throw the ball away. He took like a 15-yard sack. The dumb interception, he threw the ball. I'll break it down in the film, but threw across his body with that interception. I was like, geez Louise, what are you doing there? Bad game by Tua. I know you look at stat-wise and you're like, wow, he had a 89.4 passer rating, only had 1 interception. It was a bad game by Tua. He was just not making the right decisions, not doing what he needed to do, not being smart with the football, getting the ball out when he needed to. Just not great. And you had Jalen Waddle with the drop pass, but then the thing I liked, and I will talk about the defense, but the thing I liked is, I was talking about this in the live stream. We got the ball back, right? We're up by 8, and we got the ball back because they just kicked a field goal. Yeah, they kicked a field goal. Up by 8. One more time, we're up by 8. And I'm saying, offense, this is your chance, because against the Titans and against the Bills and even against the Colts, we had opportunities to move the ball and opportunities in like the end of the game, especially that Cardinals game, where if we could have just got a few first downs, we probably win that game. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying that. I said, we need a few first downs here. We cannot go 3 and out because then all of a sudden we'll probably lose this game. And what does the offense do? They march down the field. Tua makes some really good plays. Now he had the one sack, and this is where my frustration with Tua is coming in, because you are paid as the franchise quarterback, but you're still inconsistent in your gameplay. And some people are like, you're a little too harsh on Tua. That's the way it's going to be from now on. Tua does well, I'm going to talk about the good things, like I'm going to talk about in 2 seconds. But when Tua does bad things, I'm going to talk about it, because now he's the guy. He's getting paid as the guy, and he needs to be criticized as the guy. He takes a stupid a stupid sack, because again, we're moving the ball down the field. I think we were on there like 43 or something. Takes a dumb sack where he again runs back, holds the ball, trying to do something, takes a sack. It's now, I think it was like 3rd and 15, 3rd and 19 or something. That next play, he evades pressure, dumps the ball off to Raheem Mostert, who gets the first down. It's like you have a dumb play, and then your very next play is a great play. And that was Tua in a nutshell in this game. He was so inconsistent. Like, I'm like, oh, why are you taking a sack? Next play, he evades the pressure, gets rid of the ball. I'm like, that, can I get that more? I'm like, very inconsistent from Tua. And again, this is his 5th year. He's got that contract. He's got the confidence of his team, the owner, the players, everything. He has to play better than he's playing. And again, people say, well, Doug, do you think he deserves the contract? Doug, do you think he deserves this? It is all stated on the channel. You can go back and look it up. Plain simple. Just go in the little search bar and type in whatever you want to look up. It'll probably pop up. Bad game from Tua. Bad game from the offense. Again, 67 total rushing yards against, what was this? I'm gonna pull it up, because their rush defense was not good. Statistically, anyway, it's not good. Their rush defense is 24th. Pass defense, 23rd. Total defense, 24th. Scoring defense, 22nd. And they average 135.1 rushing yards a game. We got 67. That ain't good. And then when you look at passing, they are giving up 225 yards per game, and we had 207. Underachieved. You know, you go out and you have a great game against the Bills. Your offense was doing fantastic, scored 27 points on 7 drives. You had 5 scoring drives, and then you come up against the inferior. Well, I don't know if they're inferior to the Bills, but you don't play well. Got to do better if you want to go on a run and still get into the playoffs. That being said, let's talk about the good and this Miami Dolphin defense. They held them to no touchdowns. They were just, even when they had short field, we forced them to kick field goals. We got a pass rush because, of course, we did not face a mobile quarterback. So time and time again, we were getting in the backfield. We were getting pressure. Chop Robinson, if that man wasn't held as much as he was held, and we'll look at it in the film breakdown, like seriously, they're like grabbing him like this, and he's like trying. He probably would have had 3 sacks on the day. Like, they were holding Chop Robinson left and right. No one called it for some reason. Defense, I was very happy with the way the defense played. Yeah, this is a get right game. It was on national TV. Showed the world what our defense can do. Again, they had Puka out there. They had Cooper Kupp out there. They had Stafford out there. They got their offensive lineman back off of IR, and our defense was still able to hold them to no touchdowns. Loved it. Offense, on the other hand, you need to do better. Now, you're going to face a Raiders team that isn't too great, but you're going to have to deal with Max Crosby. And then you're going to deal with the Patriots team, which, again, they're not a good team. And these next 2 games are home. So that's also a big boost for the offense. They'll be home for the next 2 games. I will be at the next game, the Raiders game. So there will be no live stream on this channel next Sunday because I will be at the game. So if you see me, come say hi. I'm going to wear the same thing. I'm wearing this shirt. I'm not going to put my DDW jersey on. I'm just going to wear my t-shirt. But yeah, comment below. Let me know what you think. We're sitting at 3-6. Let me tell you where we're at when it comes to standings. We dropped down to the 10th spot. I know that when it comes to draft picks for anyone that cares. So as you see here, the Miami Dolphins right now are 10th. We were down here. We were 12th. We jumped up to 10th. If these teams lose, the Colts and the Bengals, and the Dolphins win next week, they'll go to 9 because the Colts have a tiebreaker over the Miami Dolphins. They beat them. Colts have a tough stretch coming up. They got to play the Jets next week, and I think after that they have another tough game. Let me tell you, Jets-Lions, back-to-back losses, right? So if that happens and the Dolphins win the next two, they go right up. Bengals' next 2 games are Chargers-Steelers. Those are 2 hard games. They lose those 2. The Dolphins win the next 2. Boop, they go up here. And the Denver Broncos' next 2 games are Falcons-Raiders. They'll probably win 1 of the next 2. Falcons might give them a little trouble. So if the Dolphins can get to 6-5, and they'll be at 6-6 right there with the potential to get the wild card spot. So it ain't over, but it's going to be a hard fought because Tua was out for 4 games. But comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very interested to hear how you guys feel. What's your thoughts on Tua's game? It wasn't a good game. What's your thoughts on the defensive game? To me, much better. Comment below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on Bleacher Report tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's for sure. So, not like usual. Stay classy. Fins up.